all these young people getting married. Everything's great. The unemployment rate was higher then in '84 than it is now. There was no reason to brag about it, and there was Reagan in the end zone. The Democrats this time had the highest Dow average. That's not everything for everybody. Unemployment way down from where it was when W left office, right? The auto industry, which we thought was almost extinct, is back and booming. People are buying American cars now. There are a lot of things that gas prices are below $3. If they're up around 4, people will be bitching about that. It's a lot of good things you can say, you know, we're not there yet, but we're moving in the right direction. Nobody said that.
Yeah, I guess they all should have had Obama at their sides, and then they all would have won the election. Daniel Henninger, Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter, deputy editorial page director of the Wall Street Journal, and Fox News contributors with us. Hello, sir.
Hi there, Steve. Good to be with you.
Well, always good to talk to you. I sit and I knew this was going to happen, but it's just taking it all in and knowing that the Republicans did what they did, and then watching them scramble in the media and on the left to try to explain it all. And now it's, hey, you know, they didn't connect themselves enough to Obama. They didn't talk about what a great job he's done.
Yeah, great success story. Even though in poll after poll, still something like 2/3 of the country think it's going in the wrong direction. So are you going to believe, you know, Barack Obama's apologist? Or are you going to believe the American people? And I think in a lot of different, this was not a national election. This is not the presidential election. This was a whole series of discrete elections in states all over the country: Colorado, Louisiana, down south, up in Massachusetts, up by the Great Lakes states, governor's races, senators' races, and the Democratic Party was swept out to sea virtually across the board. Are we supposed to believe that in every one of those elections it was simply a matter of somehow the poor beleaguered masses didn't get the message that life is better than they think it is? Give me a break.
All right. Well, you wrote a great piece, why the Democrats lost, and you know, I think Obama knows all this, and I wish I was a shrink sometimes, so I could really psychoanalyze him from a professional perspective instead of as a layman. But he cares. Sure, he cares. He wish he took every seat in the Senate, but it's not going to change him at all. He's not going to triangulate or move to the center or compromise or do anything. He's going to double down and stick to his guns more than ever.
Yeah, I agree with that, Steve. The one thing I disagree with is the notion that Obama understands what happened to him. I think he probably does believe that the Republican Party somehow succeeded in misrepresenting his successes and what he's been trying to do for the country. I mean, that remarkable press conference yesterday in which he virtually left the Democratic Party out of his comments, and it was all about him and how I'm here to do the best I can, and I represent the American people, and that's my job, and I understand it. I mean, it was like you were listening to the Sun King in the 17th century. The whole world kind of rotates around Barack Obama. And so I think he feels he's been wronged, misunderstood. He's still right on the merits, and what he's looking for are the Republicans in this new Congress to recognize that, and if they do, he'll do business with them. In short, gridlock.
You know, I think it was very telling, and I've gotten different opinions from different people on what he meant by this, but how bizarre was it when he said, I've heard from, I heard what happened last night from the 1/3 of the people who voted, but I also heard from the 2/3 that didn't vote. What on earth do you believe that meant?
I believe it meant that if he had managed to personally been able to go out there, for instance, run for president again and talk to all these people, they would understand that he has the country going in the right direction, contrary to the views of 66% of the country right now. It's really, I kind of have often felt the same as you, Steve. I'd like to have some psychiatric skills to try to analyze what's going on, because I do think Barack Obama is to some extent really quite delusional about what he has been doing. So I guess the next question becomes, what do we do for the next 2 years? And I think the Republicans probably have to indeed get together a program, set of policies. They have to be respectful of the president, but they have to push forward and, try to negotiate with them, but along the way making it clear what their ideas represent, because they do have an opportunity now, and if they object and oppose Barack Obama, they should describe why they oppose them. If this is the
Right. Absolutely.
presidency of redistribution and additional debt, they should say that every step of the way.
Absolutely, and they do such a poor job of communicating. Hopefully it'll change. Daniel, great to talk to you, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, good to chat with you, Steve. Bye-bye.
Take care. All right, Dana Milbank of the Washington Post next.